Hello, good morning, and welcome to the info day of the first call of In Transit project. Today we are going to explain the main concept of In Transit project, followed by the call we have launched at the end of May, and Coralia will explain all the details, and we will finish with the submission platform, where you have to include all the information to participate in this first call, and Ariana will explain it. We finish with questions and answer sessions when partners will try to solve the doubts that can arise. And I think now it's time to start. So let's go. In Transit is a project that would like to promote the transition towards greener and more digital sectors, and also to promote or improve the resilience of the participant companies. We are 10 partners in this project, 2 of them from the textile sector, Ateval and AI Textiles, 1 construction cluster, CCS, 2 clusters related to aerospace, Coralia and CTA, other 2 related to advanced manufacturing, IDEAM and Produtech, and then we have an incubator of companies, Science Park Gras, a university, Politecnico de Milano, and a research and institute center, Jules Verne, located in Nantes. The objectives of In Transit are to support the European Green Deal and also the European SME strategy. In this way, we would like to reinforce and to have a strong innovation support ecosystems, mainly providing support to the 4 industrial ecosystems involved in Transit project. For this, we are going also to strengthen the cross-regional and cross-sectoral links through different activities and matchmaking and networking events. The final end is to increase the resilience of the SMEs, supporting their transition to more sustainable and business models and also more digitals. The main concept is we have developed In Transit project in different steps. The first one will be the industry assessment. To this end, we have developed a diagnostic tool. In this sense, all the participant companies can check their position regarding circularity and digitalization, and will be a first step to start in this pathway during In Transit project. Then we will have an open innovation space to promote the cross-sectoral innovation and also trying to promote new business models. The third step are the customized advisory service and financial support to third parties. These are related to the 4 different calls we are going to launch during In Transit. The first one, Innovate, providing support and different services, and Develop, providing financial support to participant companies. Then we will include also dedicated coaching to all the participants, because the final end is to have companies more resilient, to be prepared and to face external shocks that can be more competitive. We have developed the innovation space for the participants following these steps, starting with Incubate, following by Innovate. The third step will be Develop, and to conclude with the Scale-up. With more detail, we can see that the incubation space will include different learning expeditions. For this, to avoid the participation in the learning expeditions, we will launch the call for travel vouchers. And in this incubation space, we are going to include workshops, webinars, matchmaking, and networking activities. Then, as second step, we have the Innovate. And in this case, it will focus on different services, some of them individual and other group services. The third step will be the Develop. We are going to launch 2 open calls with 49,000 euros for each participant company. And in this case, we would like to fund innovation projects related with sustainability and digital for the participant companies. The last one would be the scale up, and here we will offer customized services for the new business models and also trying to look for additional funds to scale up the projects. In the Innovate customized advisory services, they are directed to companies working in the textile, advanced manufacturing, aerospace, and construction. In this case, we have a wide group and also individual services that each of the participants can choose and select. To participate in the Innovate Call, will have an extra points during the evaluation to be a beneficiary and a developer to have this financial support. About the on-site activities, we have already developed 4 clarifying workshops at regional level, and last week we also organized a matchmaking and info day in Barcelona with more than 25 companies, and it was really interesting to see in which way they established collaboration, establishing different meetings. And in the next year, we are going to organize 4 learning expeditions. We have defined the different places, and in the few months, we will develop also a complete agenda. We will be developing one of them in Barcelona, another one in Seville, Slovenia, and Greece. In Barcelona will be more focused on the textile sector, Seville and Greece more in aerospace, and in Slovenia more focused in the construction sector. Here we have the calls timing, because the first call of Innovate was launched at the end of April and will be open till end of July, with the evaluation period during August and September, to have all the complete signature in October and to have the implementation till December. Anyway, my colleague Cristina of Coralia will widely explain all the calls timing and also more information about the different calls, and also the number of beneficiaries that we can include under each call. And that's all from my side. Now, I give the floor to Cristina, and she can start explaining the content of the first call of In Transit, the Innovate one.
Thank you, Julia. Let me share my screen. Okay. Hello, I'm Cristina Garufalia from Coralia. I will be explaining the call context to all of you, so that you understand what the call is about, and then we will be having a Q&A session in the end for any questions that you may have. So the first Innovate call, the Innovate calls in general, are all about advisory services that will be provided to SMEs by the members of the consortium of the In Transit project. The concept is to support and guide you towards a more circular business model, so that you improve your processes or develop new products. As Julia showed a while ago, there will be 2 Innovate calls with a total number of beneficiaries, with a total 100 beneficiaries SMEs. So there will be 50 beneficiaries per call, and the target group is innovative SMEs that are active in one of the 4 main sectors of the project, that is aerospace, construction, textile, and advanced manufacturing. Okay, a bit more on this slide. The first call is already open and waiting for your applications. It will be open till the 31st of July. And the signature, the signing of the contracts with the selected beneficiaries will be done in October, while the implementation of the provision of services will be done from mid-October to December. There will be a second call for Innovate, starting most probably in early April 2024. So Innovate is all about services, while Develop, our second tool, is about funding. There will be two Develop calls. The first one will open in January 2024, while the second one in November 2024. So how will you submit in the Innovate call? You will follow this link here in green, which you will direct you to the Good Grants platform. So all submissions will be done through the Good Grants platform. As we already said, the deadline is the 31st of July, and what you will be applying for. So we will be providing services in the individual and in group format. So here you can see the individual services and the group services. So you will need to apply for at least one individual and two group services. So this first service here, the coaching plan for SMEs involved in the in-transit project, as you can see, is mandatory for all. So you will be selecting for sure this service and two more. You can even select more services. So there's no ceiling on the number of services you may select. In case after the selection of your services, in case you realize that you might be also interested in a service that you haven't selected already, you can contact us and we can support you on that and let you know on the dates that the group services will be taking place and on the individual services that you might need, and bring you in contact with the partners that are responsible for these services and arrange for some meeting between you and the partners that are providing the service. However, the submission for the Innovate call, the official submission, should be done via the platform, via the Good Grants platform. However, we remain flexible in case you realize that you need further services in the meantime. So please take into account the evaluation process. The eligibility check is very important so that you can proceed to the next step. So everyone applying should be an SME active in one of the four sectors we mentioned a while ago. You should be established or have a branch office in the EU 27 member states. Your application should be written in English, and the application should be submitted via the platform, and again select at least one individual and two group services. This is the first evaluation step, so that you can proceed to the next step, which is this one. We have kept the evaluation process kind of simple, because we want to support the SMEs. We want to support you through your whole pathway, the innovation speed pathway of in-transit. So your proposal will be evaluated on how you will improve your status by receiving these services, on how you are related to the in-transit project, and how why we should select you, why this is linked, the in-transit project and your SME, they're linked somehow. As you can see, we will be providing a maximum score of 5 points in each of these criteria, and then the threshold will be 9. So we will need to applying at least 3 as a threshold per criterion, so that your submission is considered as possible to be granted. The services will be implemented from mid-October to December 2023, and we will be monitoring the provision of services internally And in the end, we will be preparing a report per SME that you will need in the end to validate, to confirm that this is what happened. I mean, that you, for example, you have attended this and these services. Well, the most important slide, in my opinion, last but not least, why you will need to apply? Well, because you will be receiving more generic but tailor-made at the same time advisory services by experts. We have a very nice consortium from different sectors and different countries, which means that we cooperate in providing you these services. And if you apply, you will be benefited from the maximum impact of the in-transit project. When Julia showed in the first presentation that there is a pathway, this means that if you follow each and every step, then you will be receiving the maximum impact of the project. And this will make you part of the in-transit community. You see, the partners, most of us know each other from other collaborations as well. So this means that when you connect to one of us, you connect somehow to all of us. And this might be very interesting and useful and valuable for you in terms of networking and collaborations, both for the in-transit project and for your future actions as well. Finally, as we said in the beginning, we have the INNOVATE call that is for services only, but we have the develop call that will be providing you with funding through an open call as well. So for the SMEs that have successfully participated in the INNOVATE call, this means that they will be receiving a bonus in the evaluation process for the develop tool. This means that if we have one SME that will be submitting for the develop and has already successfully participated in the INNOVATE, it will be receiving a 0.5% bonus, and there will be a 15% bonus in case of consortia applying for the develop tool. So in our opinion, this is a quite important boost in the evaluation process, and it would be important for you to have it in order to somehow ensure that you would get granted. Of course, in the develop call, there will be a ranking with the evaluations and everything. And of course, there are specific number of SMEs that will be receiving the develop grant. However, we believe that this could be quite helpful for you. This is the call calendar, so that you have like a summary of the calendar. So the call is already open. It will be closed by the end of July. We have the evaluation period in August and September. So by the end of September, we will be announcing the results. And from the announcement of results onwards, even if we don't have the contract signed yet, I mean, maybe from mid-October, you would be able to participate in the INNOVATE services. This is done to facilitate the SMEs in case there are, admin procedures that are making difficult that are delaying the contracting procedure. Here you can see all of us. We are here. We are the 10 partners, the consortium of the in-transit. You can contact us in case you need to ask anything about the call or anything else that is not clear for the in-transit project, and we will be there for you. So thank you.
Hello, good morning. So this is a very short explanation on how the platform works, as it's really easy to work with it. So as mentioned, the platform uses good grants, so you can go to this link to access the platform. The first step is to do the registration. So when you open the link, you will see this screen on the left. You include your name, last name, the email, and the password. After that, you will receive an email with a 6-digit code that you need to introduce in the form. Okay? After that, you are already registered. So then you can log with your email address and the password. And to submit your proposal, you will see this screen. So you should go to the Innovate voucher and click on Start Application. And this is the screen you will see. So here you go to My Applications and then Start, and you should follow all the instructions provided and filling all the blocks. You can save the proposal and continue in another moment. It's saved as a draft. So once you have everything completed, there is an option to preview the application. And if everything is fine, then you can go directly to the submission button. An important issue is that all the submitted applications can be modified, but of course, until the deadline of the call. So initially, that's all. And I take the opportunity to inform you that InTransit has a community platform which has been open this week. So you can register here and make contacts with other participants. So here you have the link. In any case, I will copy and put it on the chat. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thanks, Christina and Ariana, to explain how the concept of the first call of InTransit and also the submission platform to submit a proposal. If you have any questions, you can raise your hands and all the partners are available to answer the doubts that maybe you have. Or as Christina has shown in the presentation, you can contact the other partners, and all of us will try to solve your doubts or your questions.